Useful and impressive preaching are those which are manifested in one's nature. Book title: Navsrajan ke Nimit Mahakal ki Tayari. Preparations of Mahakal for New Era Creation. As mentioned in Gita, whenever there is a decline in righteousness, truth, morality, kindness, God incarnates to bring humanity back on the path of righteousness. For the last 2000 years, malpractices have been at their peak. People in more power have left no stone unturned to exploit those who lack power or resources. And the one who have been suffering has also not resisted the exploitation. Many have been a mere spectator. Development in the field of science has also been misused, including depleting and polluting natural resources. In such a scenario, nature has its way of re-establishing harmony. Destiny has also planned to make up for loss done in just a century quickly, and it is time for a change correction by nature. Whenever there is a discussion of thinking beyond our own and our family's need, one usually hears, it is easier said than done. However, Shanti Kunj Haridwar is leading by example. Shanti Kunj is the change agent bringing about the correction needed in society. There are various training camps organized that have a life-transforming impression on an individual's thought process. All this while, people have been influenced by religion and blind faith. But at Shanti Kunj's transformation of an era is based on facts and scientific proof which convinces the intellect. Adopting the principles of great thinking and simple living, thousands of people have started progressing to usher in a new era of high human values. The book highlights how the transformation has already begun, and in no time people would certainly abide by the core principles of humanity. Few excerpts from the book. Mind has control over the entire body. If the mind can be controlled and aligned in the right direction, then all body organs also start functioning in a proper way, which eradicates the root cause of all diseases. On the other hand, if the thought process is negative, it propagates negativity in the body, which manifests diseases in the body, and at times there is no disease in the body. However, still a lot of illusionary diseases come up. In this case, only some medicine help a bit, in which we have deep faith. Hence, it seems the root of all diseases is in our mind, and the body is just an external expression of the disease. Body just shows symptoms of what the mind is thinking. If thoughts are simple and full of good inventions, then there may be no fear of any disease. If people would have understood this fact in advance, then they could have treated themselves and there was no reason to wander around. The same applies to people with melancholy nature and anxiety. People believe that unfavorable circumstances are a reason for worry and anxiety. Still, they forget that many remain happy and content in the same situation and with limited resources. How one experiences adversity depends on the nature of one's intellect. Instead of rushing around to make circumstances favorable, if an attempt were made to control mind and intellect, circumstances would have become favorable in no time. Instead of playing the blame game, if the focus would have been on improving things with simple living and ideal thinking, then unfavorable circumstances in our life would have vanished. Few topics covered in the book: resisting the irrational, punishment and empathy, future days of great transition, intellectual acceptance, efforts in the direction of progress. All issues mentioned are about to be resolved. Expansion of divine consciousness, steps to do in coming